Of Levitate live with me, Ryan Nell. It is really, really good to see you here. Today we are going to do a brief but complete body scan. So if you think of the body as a storehouse for stress, well, that would be a very negative way to think of it, indeed. But in a sense, you'd be correct. We very often behave as if our body and mind are two very separate things, and the body at best is a imperfect vessel that gets the job of carrying our mind around, and even the idea of having a relationship kind of suggests some kind of separation between us and our bodies. So more often than not, we are surprised by sensations we feel, things that crop up, a sudden pain in the shoulder. We wake up with a back that feels less than ideal. We get ambushed by hunger. We get ambushed by tiredness. Things break. Things wear out. Like I say, really, really often that can kind of really take us by surprise. If perhaps you're in the habit of thinking of yourself as young and healthy and pretty invulnerable, I know a lot of people may be feeling that right now, and yet others are feeling deeply vulnerable, and neither extreme is an amazing place to be. The invulnerable find out that from time to time they are vulnerable, and the vulnerable have a bit of a bumpy ride of it. What we really want to do is our shoulders, our backs, the backs of our necks, our temples, our jaws, all of these places are amazing for storing stress, and it's the stress that we don't recognize, which then has the risk of getting a little pathological. Some of you might have heard me talking about an imaginary encounter with a tiger somewhere in the jungle. Obviously, those are increasingly hard to come by now, unless you're watching Tiger King. But in this imaginary scenario, nonetheless, you bump into a tiger or you hear one close by, and a chain reaction of things happens in your body. You start breathing more shallowly and fast. Shuts down. It's not necessary if you're going to face a tiger. Your digestive system stops in its tracks. In fact, any systems that aren't particularly essential to your survival in that moment are shut off. And that is brilliant when you're about to face some kind of existential threat. It is deeply harmful when we're constantly in that mode, when we are in fight and flight for long stretches of time. So we want to hack our physiology in the same way that we can get ourselves very wound up and very have our sympathetic nervous systems on DEFCON 3, as it were. We can quieten things down, we can slow our breathing ever so slightly, and we can start to notice some of the quieter signals in our bodies. Let's together now just tap into that. Let's firstly get a moment of stillness. Find a comfortable seat, or if you're lying down, comfortable position to lie in. And we'll take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in and out. Allowing any tension you are conscious of to flow out with every exhale. You could use each inhale, in fact, to explore where the tension is in your body when limiting the expansiveness of that breath. And as we want to strengthen the mind-body connection, can you just give that part of yourself permission to relax with every exhale? When you like, you could shift to just breathing through your nose if you find that comfortable. The slower you breathe, the more deep it will travel. The more you'll activate your parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. This is when your telomeres, the shoelace caps of your chromosomes, start to repair themselves. It is the number one, mostly undiscovered, eternal youth trek anti-aging serum. The breath and letting go of stress. It's when your immune system is at its most effective. It's when your muscles are repairing themselves. It's when your organs are detoxing themselves. And the only thing that hinders us being there more often is our mind's natural tendency to go to what isn't perfect with a moment, what worries us, what we want to change. When we're worrying about the past, when we are jumping ahead to an imagined future, we're missing the present moment. If you haven't already, just allow your eyes to fall closed. I might cough from time to time. I'm at the tail end of 10 days of COVID symptoms. Almost completely back on my feet. Occasional frog in my throat. And we're just going to progressively let go of some tension in our bodies. So first, just connect your attention with the soles of your feet. Are they warm? Are they cool? Are they aching? Are they feeling blissful? We want to let go of any judgment, any narrative, any story, any thoughts. And we're not so interested in the thoughts about how we're feeling. We're really, really interested in how it is that we're feeling in the moment. And the balls of your feet, the arches, the heels, the tops of your feet, your ankle. Let it just drain out of you as if you had taken the plug out of the bottom of the bathtub. How are your ankles doing? How are your calves? How are your shins? How are your knees? Are they as relaxed as they could be? Excuse me, tension or energy doesn't want to go anywhere. Well, just let it be. The goal isn't to change how you're feeling, it's to connect more deeply with however it is that you happen to be feeling. How about the tops of your legs, your seat, your pelvis, your hips? Can you allow them to relax and release? Can you bring a spirit of gentle curiosity to everything you find? Again, remembering we are giving our rational, analytical, downright judgmental mind a rest. So any labels, any judgments, any concatenations of thoughts, chain reactions of thoughts, let's just notice our tendency to go there and let them go and keep on gently drifting our attention back to the raw sensation itself, as if we were experiencing our bodies for the very first time, trying them on. You allow your belly to release and soften, and your lower back. The middle of your back. Your ribs, can you create a little more space between every rib? You use your breath as a tool to taste the sensations, to explore them in your belly, in your ribs, in your chest. In your middle and upper spine, the space between your shoulder blades, your shoulders themselves, your solar plexus, your chest, your heart, your upper arms, your biceps, your triceps, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your palms, your thumbs and fingers, just allowing any tension to melt away. Let go of what no longer serves you. The pain you've been holding on to since yesterday, the worry, the fear, the guilt, the constriction, just allow it all to melt away. The back of your head, your chin, your lips, your teeth, your mouth, your tongue. Letting go of what has been, letting go of what might be, and bringing your attention to what is. Check in with your jaws, your cheekbones, your ears, your eyes, your eyelids, your brows, your temples, your forehead, and the crown of your head. Meditation is not about escape. It's not about creating the perfect life. It's definitely not about creating the perfect meditation. It is about connecting with the messy, imperfect present, with your body, with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your environment, with the people in your lives, with the moment you have. And the more you're able to do that, the more freedom you're going to find, the more alive you will feel. And we are connecting with the most mundane and everyday of things that are so simple, so commonplace that we pay them no heed. When we're able to connect with the everyday, we find that it is anything but everyday. That everything is worthy of our curiosity. That the quietest sounds bear listening to. The conversation we've had with our partner, with our housemate, with ourselves 1,000,001 times does not have to follow the same script this time. Every moment is a new possibility and contains a new possibility of reinvention, renewal, repair, recovery, renaissance, doing things differently. So create some space in your life. Free yourself from the tyranny of the past, the oppressive strictures of the future you might have imagined for yourself, and free yourself to be here now. If that made sense to you, let me know in the chat box or the comments. If that made no sense to you, even better. If it displeased you, even better still, let me know what didn't resonate. Because often we get some clues there as to what we are resisting. And I don't have all the answers. As you will definitely get, these classes are imperfect. My neighbors start operating power tools, and if mine don't, maybe yours do. And that is exactly the point. So let's free ourselves up to enjoy the moments of our day as they come along, to experience them fully. I'm back here tomorrow at 2:00 UK time for another episode. Gently open them. We'll take a deep, slow breath in together through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more of those in and out. Allow yourself to feel the connection with the seat, with the furniture, with the ground beneath you. To drink in the sights and sounds and sensations of your present environment. And I wish you a very